Okay, the latest thing I've been tinkering with is my old Novice station from 50 years ago. This is what I used to get on the air. Well, the VFO isn't quite the same, but I wanted to show you what's going on here, especially with this little box on top of the VFO, which is my active audio filter. But real quick, I can turn the VFO on and use this little frequency counter to spot my frequency here on any of the three bands. Of course, on 15 meters I have to triple whatever the counter says, but that's really just for reference. I don't leave it on all the time. But the little active audio filter is quite a little gadget here, and it's based off a Texas Instrument filter chip, the UAF-42. If you look that up, you'll see a lot of information on it, and this is a pre-packaged thing that I got for I think 20 bucks off of eBay, and put it in my own box with a bunch of junk box components. I did order the 10 turn pots and the turns counting dials. So those aren't from the junk box, but just about everything else is. So let me show you how it works. Okay, so first of all, let me pop the cover off and turn a little light on here. Maybe that'll help, maybe not. But there's a built-in power supply, relay back here for a bypass when the filter's not needed, which actually is most of the time. And there's a little dual polarity power supply regulator board. I think was 7 or 8 bucks off of eBay. Transformer, I got it at a Hamfest for 2 bucks. And the box is a Hamfest box. I'm sure I didn't pay much for it. But this gadget right down here is the UAF-42 as it comes, all put together and everything. One input and 2 outputs. One of them is like an amplified output that really is quite an advantage on 15 meters with my HW-16. The other fixed level output I use with the audio spectrum analyzer on the PC over here, just as a tuning aid. So this is the little Novice Corner. Anyway, let me give you an idea how it actually operates. But there it is. The rotary switch, by the way, is to switch between band pass, high pass, or low pass filters. So you get quite a combination. Okay, let me give you an idea real quick of the tuning. I am in the band pass mode with the Q wide open, and I have the frequency set for around 700 hertz. Here, let me tune this guy in a little bit. Let me quit transmitting. Come on, man. Hoda. Let me back that down a little. Okay, now if I start adjusting the Q, maybe you can see what happens to the response here. I'm going to increase the Q. Getting tighter. Everything else in the background is pretty much gone now. And we're locked in on this guy. So it acts kind of like a peaking filter. There's the high pass. There's the low pass. But all those need to be readjusted because we're optimized in the band pass. So this is just a little tuning aid to help set F1 and F2, and a visual display of what happens as you adjust the Q and the output gain rate. Actually, this one stays constant. This is the fixed output from the UAF-42. So no matter what I do with the gain adjustment on the front, it does not affect this display at all. Anyway, let me show you something else, so stand by. Okay, we got the filter on now on 40 meters in the bandpass position, and waiting for some activity here. That's the high pass, that's the low pass, and by adjusting the frequency, the Q, and sometimes the gain or attenuation of the output, you can make quite a difference. I take the audio directly off the product detector through a capacitor, of course, so it's a relatively constant level. No AGC, so it does vary somewhat, but it really allows me to take a lot of stress off the audio amplifier in the HW-16, because the fourth op amp in this UAF-42 chip is currently configured as like a little audio preamp for the output, so it adds a little bit of a boost, especially on 15 meters. In fact, let me show you that real quick. Okay, I'm on 15 meters now with a 15 meter inverted V, and let me see if I can find a signal. I have the filter on in the bandpass mode. Now let me go bypass. Quite a difference in audio level. Let me turn it on. It's really an advantage on 15 meters, because without it, I go the volume control on the HW-16 and I got to turn it all the way up, and it's still not as loud. Plus it introduces some distortion in the background. So I turn that volume control way back, and it's kind of an advantage. Now if I play with the controls, the Q, the frequency, and so forth, I get all kinds of different responses. And you know, I need kind of a crowded band to give you a good demonstration of that, and in all three modes, so it'd take a while. What I would say is, it's worth every penny. The different options you can come up with for filtering, you can play with it and really hone in, especially in the bandpass mode. It acts as an audio peaking type filter, so it'll lock in on that one frequency if everything is stable, and pretty much reject everything else. So for a rig like the HW-16 here that doesn't have a whole lot of built-in selectivity, you know, this is quite a useful add-on, I would say. I've been using it quite a bit lately. The HW-16, that is. It's not often that you really need the audio filter, but on occasions when signals pop up and you know you want to do a little filtering, it's pretty easy to adjust once you get the hang of it, and very effective. So there you go. Check it out, the UAF-42, and it's available for a pretty reasonable price. There's different versions of this little printed circuit board available too, so if you're interested, check it out. It does need a dual polarity supply though. Pretty low current, but you got to have both plus and minus. Alright, that's it for now. Keep tinkering, everybody. See y'all later.